Jeez. Is there anything you want to see particularly, or? Is there anything you want to see particular, or we'll just go through the hive and?
We'll just go through the hive. Let's just explore.
So, what I was just doing now is I'm actually merging these two hives together.
Ah.
So this is like a 2-week process.
Oh, I can smell it.
So this hive I just rescued last week. This hive was a rescue from about 3 months ago.
Ah.
This one's doing very well. The queen survived. She's laying eggs, but it's still very small. And it's too small to survive the winter at this point.
Oh no.
It won't be able to build up in time for winter. So this hive, the queen did not survive the winter.
Oh dear.
But they do seem healthy. So we're going to merge them together. Oh, this is a European hornet right here. It's feeding off the bees.
I think it's eating the bee.
Yeah. It's hunting the bees.
Poor bee.
Oh, hey, you gotta try to walk around the other way so you're not walking through the bee area, man. Alright? Yeah, so the European hornets, they do attack bees, but they don't go inside the hive. They really only attack bees outside the hive, so I don't consider them a huge threat. I'm more concerned about the
Are they from Europe? Like, are they invasive?
They're invasive, yes. But they've been here for as long as white people, so they're naturalized at this point. So that's what we're doing right now. We're actually just going to leave this alone for a minute before I fix it up. These bees over here, the hive was just here, so these bees are all coming back looking for it. So I'm going to have to move them over.
I can hear them. They're all like...
Yeah, the sounds that you can hear means they're saying something's wrong. Normally you wouldn't even be able to hear them. But this piece of comb we're going to get rid of. It's got bent and misshapen. We're just using it to attract the bees right now. You see the bees over here with the pollen pants on?
Yeah, I can see it.
They're coming in with the pollen on their legs.
This is really cool because it's like, I've never been this close to bees where they're just like hanging out.
So I'll give you just a quick safety protocol before we go any further. If you get stung, try your best not to react. Just let me know and we'll walk away and we'll fix it. If the bees actually get angry, I'm going to tell you to go to the stage. At that point, you just walk to the stage. Do not run. Do not panic. Just walk to the stage. I'll stay here and get stung. You walk away. All right, so the first thing we do when we're going to do a hive inspection is we actually say hello to them. So we come around to the front. And we normally never stand here. This is their area. Oh, this is cool. They're killing a yellow jacket right now.
Wow. Oh, they're fucking them up.
Yeah, so the yellow jacket's trying to get in the hive, and the guard bees are no. And they're going to try to ball it and kill it and drag it out of the hive.
Now, do they do what the Japanese ones do, where they hover, they buzz, and then it kills it?
They can. It's called balling. The Japanese Asian bees are much better at it than European honeybees, but they can do it. Yes.
He looks pretty dead.
Yeah, we'll see. They also have mandibles, and they're actually trying to bite at the thorax.
Or they're going to bite his head off.
Or they'll bite the wings off. Oh, you see the European hornet right next to it?
There it goes. Wow, I didn't know European hornets were that big.
Yeah, so you got a European hornet, a yellow jacket, and a bee right there, all about to get into a fight.
It's like Sunday, it's like, what is it, like wrestling's like Sunday Slapdown or something like that. Monday, watch a European hornet, a bee, and a yellow jacket duke it out at the beehive.
All right, so we say hi to them. We're just checking the front entrance. We're looking to see pollen coming in, which we can see on their legs. We're making sure they have guard bee stations, which they do. And we're also seeing if the hive's overheating, what the population like. Like we can notice hive number 4 there has a much bigger population than this one. Just something to note. This hive actually, the queen stopped laying for June and August. She just recently started laying, so that's why the population's low. So that's fine. We're just gonna go inside and see how they're doing.
Yeah,
just my smokers read this before we open the hive up.
No, I'm just making sure no one's walking near my stuff, because
I've never really had a problem. They've never tampered with my stuff. They've never really done any actual damage. So.
hope not. I mean, that's on them if they decide to try to fuck with these things.
So the smoke, we use it for it does two main things. The bees' main form of communication is by pheromone, by smell, and the smoke will prevent them from communicating to the full hive. So if an individual bee decides to attack me right now,
it won't send off the warning signal.
It won't be able to send out a warning pheromone. The other bees won't know to attack. So I'll just get stung once opposed to, 30, 40 times. So that's one of the things it does. The other thing it does, if the hive starts filling with smoke, the bees kind of go into a preparation mode to evacuate. Let's say the hive actually caught on fire or something. And what they do is they start eating honey and collecting resources inside their stomach in case they have to move to a different location. So that preoccupies them, distracts them. And if they're full, if their honey stomach is filled with honey, they can't actually use the stinger.
Oh, fascinating.
So it kind of makes them confused, preoccupied, and potentially not able to sting. So we're giving a little puff in the front entrance. This way the guard bees can go send a warning to everyone to go eat some honey. And we're gonna go see what we have on the side. You heard that snapping sound? So that's the propolis. They collect tree sap and they make a glue and they seal up the entire hive for protection reasons. It's also part of their immune system. So that was that cracking sound you heard. Okay, ooh, a wax moth. We're gonna have to pay attention to that.
Yeah, I saw that. He didn't like that.
No, would you like me to puff smoke in your face?
No.
No, exactly. So they don't like it. All right.
Wow.
I'm just checking for small hive beetles, which I don't see any. That's good. I don't see any mold. Looks pretty good on the cover. So these are beetle traps. Small hive beetles are a huge problem here, especially since we're on the ground and in the shade over here. The bees naturally like corralling the beetles into a little prison. So we give them.
I saw one.
Yep, that was one. So we give them this little prison, and we put a little oil in it to help kill the beetles a little faster.
Oh.
So you can see there's a few in there dead. Not that many. Sometimes these traps get really full.
One just escaped. One was like, "I'm out of here, bitches."
Yeah, if you look at like this side, this one's an old one that I'm replacing. There's got to be a few hundred beetles in there. All right, so now this is a honey super. We really should see only nectar and honey in here. Nectar and honey. But this hive was not doing well. I think they ate most of it, so this might all be empty. I'm expecting to see it mostly empty. So we have a little bit of honey, a little bit of nectar. That's basically an empty frame. Not much to see there. Mostly nectar in the middle there. And see, these are the beetles. So we do have a high beetle population. The beetles are honey thieves. They're going around stealing.
I had a feeling that they would be that.
They're stealing the nectar and the honey. If they just steal the nectar, it's not a huge problem. When they start stealing the honey, though, they will end up contaminating it and maybe even fermenting it, and then that's not good.
Wow.
Ooh, so here we go. This is all honey. Look at that. Beautiful honey, capped honey. So we'd say this frame is about 80% full, because you see like over here is not full yet, but all of this is full. So that's a good frame, and this is all dark fall honey, Japanese knotweed and goldenrod.
Ooh.
Again, nice, almost full, almost full. All right, yeah, 70, 80% full. That's better than I thought. I thought this hive was going to be less full, but they're doing good. This is probably the last frame. We'll check up here, and then we're going to go down into the actual hive. You see how dark that nectar is from the Japanese knotweed?
Is that the Japanese knotweed? That's the one if you touch it, it can give you burns for like the rest of your life.
No. Japanese knotweed's actually totally edible. It's well, I don't see any right here, but I'll show you. It's a huge broadleaf bamboo we have in all over New York.
I'm mixing it up with something else.
Yeah, it's not poisonous at all to us. Oh, this one's almost complete. So that's about 90% complete. Capped honey. Yeah, very good.
I look pretty happy.
We're going to So
now,
is this box
is
up.
this box just this deep?
Yeah, just this.
Ah, okay.
This is my honey super. This is literally the honey that I might harvest. So it's very small because the honey gets very heavy. And if you notice, the bottom boxes are much bigger. This is where the bees actually live. They don't live up here. This is just where they're storing honey.
How do they get in there?
There's a grate, which you'll see in a minute,
cool.
which allows the worker bees through, but it's not allowed the queen to go through. It's called the queen excluder. This way I know the queen's in the bottom box laying eggs down here, and up here is only honey because the queen can't get up here. Alright, so this is also a honey super. This hive probably doesn't need 2 honey supers, but it did earlier in the spring, but then the queen stopped laying.
Now, when you harvest honey, do you like do you use like one of those things where you like because I've seen things where it's like a centrifuge that they use to extract it.
Yeah, I have a centrifuge. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So this way we can take the honey out. We're doing minimal damage to the actual wax.
Oh,
this way we can give the wax right back to them, and they can refill it. Wax is one of the most valuable resources to the actual bees. It takes a lot of energy and time to make it, so we want to do as little damage to it as possible.
Pretty full.
This one is nice and full. So among these 2 boxes, I could probably get a good 8 or 9 frames that I could harvest, but like these would stay. These are not ready at all. Okay, we're gonna put this to the side.
See the grate down there.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that now. Gotta check on this queen, see if she's doing better than she was in August. She wasn't doing that great in August.
I know we talked about it before. They talked about it on Outrageous Acts of Science that beehive that basically it has the preset hexagon cells that they just fill in the blanks. And then when you want to harvest the honey, you just turn the lever and all the honey just drains out.
Flow hives.
Yeah, it's really cool, but you said like it's kind of deceptive in making people think that anybody can just have bees.
The problem with the flow hive is they advertise it as, hey, you never need to open the hive. You just push this button and the honey flows out. Problem is,
you do need
that's
to open
only the top box.
Yeah.
That's not the bottom box. That hive that they sell sits on top of a regular bottom box. So you still need to know what to do down there. And you still need to go in there and make sure the queen's doing good.
Yeah, they didn't do that in the...
No, they never show that part.
They never show that part.
They never show the part.
They never showed the hard part.
So that float frame is literally only this top honey box.
Yeah.
Which I just did my inspection and moved to the side. That wasn't a lot of work. That's the work they're saying that you don't have to do now with the flow hive. The work we're about to do, the more complicated stuff, you still have to do with the flow hive.
Yeah.
So it's... Oh, shit. Someone move something? Holy fuck, look. They fucking stole a cinder block. Do you see this?
Yeah.
They fucking stole a cinder block. Holy crap.
They must have been really fucking desperate. Oh wow, more of them showed up.
Oh yeah, well they're gonna show up for the next hour. All right, where did they put my cinder block?
I can see the fuck den.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's tall enough.
Okay, let's be careful.
All right, I'm gonna put my foot.
No, don't. It's just, I have some blocks at home. I just gotta get one.
Okay.
If this thing falls, you're running.
Yeah.
You're not staying to help it.
It's oh no.
All right.
Wow.
All right. So now this is the actual beehive. We haven't actually seen it yet. So this grate is just big enough for the workers to squeeze through, but the queen cannot fit through it. So we know the queen is below this. So this is the most important part of the hive down here.
They sound a bit agitated.
Yeah, we're getting closer to the brood chamber. This is the part they actually protect.
Because I can hear the...
All right, girls, let's see how you're doing. I'm seeing a lot of honey.
It's really packed in there.
Seeing a lot of honey, which, you know, good and bad. I wish they put honey in the upper boxes and not down here, but let's see what's going on.
They look very busy. Haha, busy bee.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Let's see what we got here. We got mostly honey. We're building a little new comb on the bottom. This is all filled with honey. All honey and nectar. Okay. This wall one here, I can see is almost all honey too. Just take a little look.
Oh, dang, that glue is strong enough to break the box.
Yeah, this box I actually wanted to replace. This is an old box. More reason why I need to replace it soon.
Wow.
Look at that, all honey. All honey.
And it's actually like even 3D, because like in the, if you flip it over, there's like a little hole that they're going in.
Oh yeah, yeah. They make little passageways through the whole hive. They in nature would never have stuff in straight lines like this. That's just human made. That's what we do.
Because I mean, like I've seen like footage of like natural beehives, and they're just very,
yeah,
kind of more roundish.
Okay, now this is a good frame. This is a nice frame. Okay, this side is mostly, I don't know if you're getting good lighting. This side is mostly nectar and honey, but you look on this side, this is our first brood frame.
Aha, because they capped it.
So this is capped brood. You see the exposed larvae?
Yeah.
And fresh eggs. That's what we want to see. We want to see all three. This is actually a beautiful frame. So this has what we call a sunset pattern.
Well,
So
that's not one of them.
that's a yellow jacket right there, stealing honey. So this is a sunset
awfully
pattern.
brave.
You see the kind of like semicircle here?
Yeah.
With honey on the outside and the top. Cap brood in the middle, and then from the center going outwards with larvae and eggs. That's a beautiful pattern. That means this queen is doing pretty good right now.
Yay! Because I can see the larvae in those little ones right there.
Yeah, right here.
Now, how can you tell if one's been capped with for a new queen?
Oh yeah, well, if I see one, I'll show it to you. It looks totally different.
Oh.
Those cells look totally different. They're much larger. So look, I'm dropping some of the nectar out. Delicious. But you see the bees get right to work cleaning that up. They'll have that cleaned up with less than an hour.
It's like not waste anything. Wow, look at them. Look at them just all like clinging.
Okay, so they're getting a little honey bound in here. This is all nectar and honey. I would like to see more larvae. They have some cap brood in the corner, not a lot though. All nectar, all right, that's not a good sign. We know they have plenty of room up here. They're just, you know, they're preferring to fill the bottom box first.
Looks like they look like, hey, we don't have to go all the way upstairs.
Exactly.
How do you know the queen?
If we see her, you'll see her. She's about twice as long. I might have her painted. I'm not sure if this was painted or not. But she's about twice as long.
That one kind of had like some gold on it. It just went down.
All right, got a brood frame. You see the cap brood. Guess the lighting's not too good for you, but this is cap brood. some larvae, but then a lot of nectar too, which means they are bringing in a lot more nectar than I know what to do with.
Okay. No, one was like inspecting the camera. Oh yeah, it's a good thing. I was like, maybe I should have brought my light bulb, and then I just remembered. That would just make them angry.
Oh yeah, they don't like white light. They think it's the sun, they fly to it. It confuses them. I use red light when I actually need lighting. They can't see the red light. But that's not good for footage, so. Ooh, this feels like a brood frame. You can feel by the weight, it's very light. Nice, look at that. Mostly cap brood, some bee bread, some pollen. This frame's going to explode soon. This is probably another 2,000–3,000 bees once this hatches, probably within a week. Are you filming this all one shot?
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to do a mite test. Do you want to film that?
Sure.
Let me just get my equipment.
They seem to be enjoying the camera. Oh, it's on my hand. It's gone.
Yeah, they're just getting a little curious. It's fine.
Well,
we've been in the bottom box for a long time, so they're going to start getting curious. That's about it. All right, it's going to be your last frame, girls. I'm going to leave you alone after this one. So we didn't see the queen, but I saw enough fresh eggs and enough brood patterns to know she's healthy. So I don't need to see her. So we're going to do a mite test. Mite is the most
important thing?
Biggest problem to bees right now.
Yeah.
It's a parasite living inside the hives.
Yeah. So, is that the one that kills the bees? Oh
yeah, it's the main reason the bees are dying. So,
is it like a mold?
No, it's a little tiny spider, actually.
Really?
So, I'm gonna do this quickly, and you can film it, and then we're gonna go down there and explain to what I'm doing. But this is a brood frame. We got cap brood, pollen, fresh larvae. I'm doing a check right now for the queen. We are unfortunately going to sacrifice some of these bees, and that won't harm the hive, but if I get the queen by accident, that definitely will harm the hive.
Does she have like a little bit of gold paint on her?
No, if she's painted red this year.
Oh, okay. Then I didn't see the queen.
No, she's not here. She would have been. I'm going to take a different frame. This is a little bit skimpy.
Oh, now they're really getting out.
I'm going to pick a different frame up.
That made him go away.
Okay, another good brood frame. Looking for the queen. Probably not enough bees on this either. I need more bees. You know what? We're just going to give them a second to
calm down,
and then I'll grab some bees as they
Oh, one's on me.
A second, calm down. How are these girls doing? Moved you over here. You gotta find it over there. Oh, they're finding it. If you want to take a look over here, you can see. So these girls are going to act as two separate hives for about a day or two before they merge on their own. So right now that's the original hive and this is the new hive. And then I just have a piece of paper in between with a few little holes slit in it. And they're gonna be able to smell each other through it. They're gonna notice that there's a queen here and no queen here. And as soon as they all understand that, they're gonna all go to that queen. And then they'll remove this paper in about 2 to 3 days. They're already probably chewing it up and trying to get rid of it now. So I mean, I don't have to do anything. I just come back a week later, make sure the paper's gone, make sure they merged, and then clean it up and that's it.
I don't want to get the camera too close. I don't want to piss them off.
You can get a little closer if you want.
Surreal experience being able to get this close to bees without like...
You notice they're very gentle. They haven't done anything yet, right?
No, they've just been inspecting.
Yeah. I mean, they're curious the same way we're curious, but they're not aggressive by nature.
The low buzzing is kind of nice sounding. So, I know it's a nice buzzing, because if it's that...
Oh yeah, if they get angry later, you'll hear the difference. All right, so you can stay where you are. I'm just checking for the queen again. Checking for the queen. Sorry, girls.
Whoa, whoa. I'm gonna...
Just stay still unless they got you on your hands?
No.
Okay, just stay still. I'm gonna close this up in a second. They're not angry, they're just really confused about what just happened.
Well, as soon as you started doing that, their behavior kind of just went,
oh yeah.
Huh?
And you heard the noise change?
Yeah.
Because obviously I did something aggressive towards them, which I did. I'm aware of that. So they are in the complete right to give me a warning, but you notice they still didn't get aggressive. They gave me a loud noise, they started flying around, but they didn't actually get aggressive.
This is such a cool experience. Sounds like a movie.
Alright, so I'm going to close this hive up, and then we're going to go over to the classroom area and finish the mite test. I'm smoking them a lot right now because I want them to run down so they don't get crushed. When I go to place the boxes on.
I'm under the impression you kill one, they'll know.
They know. Every time a bee gets crushed or dies, they send out a pheromone. But bees are constantly getting crushed and killed in the hive. So they don't necessarily know that it's, you know, a human or attacker doing something. They're just kind of aware that a bee just died.
It's like, oh, there goes Phil.
Okay, girls.
Now,
okay.
There are male bees, right?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't see any yet today. We shouldn't be seeing a lot right now. But yes, they do exist.
What do the males do?
They're mainly for mating. And that's why they don't have them year-round. They only have them during mating season. Let's go down here now. They also sleep around. So worker bees have to return to their own hive every night. Where male bees can go wherever they want. And they're welcomed into every hive for the night to sleep. They're fed and clothed.
Wow, what a stud.
And we think that they are actually communicating information about geography, about nectar flow. Like, that's how we think that different hives actually communicate with each other, through the males.
Fascinating.
So, because there's really no other steady interaction. Ooh, here comes the rain. All right, let's finish this up.
So how do you do a mite test?
All right, so we're gonna do a mite test now.
And unfortunately they die.
Yeah, this sample here is gonna die, unfortunately, for the hive. Ooh, all right. So we're taking a sample of about 100 bees. And we made sure that they were nurse bees that were on a a frame of brood. Nurse bees are most likely to be infected with the mite, would be the carriers for the mite. But you can see I got a few pollen pants in there. So those are foragers that got hooked up by accident, unfortunately.
There was one that was rather big.
A lot of pollen coming in. So I'm doing one last check for the queen right now, because that would really suck if I killed the queen by accident. I mean, we gotta sacrifice some, but I don't want to kill the queen. Alright, so we determined there's no queen. I would see her, and also she would have a different walking pattern. So you see when I bang, they all fall, and then I can see them all walk up. Alright, sorry girls. We're gonna know what we have to do for the hive because of your sacrifice, girls. I'm sorry.
Poor thing.
Alright, so this killed the bees, unfortunately, but it also killed the mites. So the mites are now falling off of the bees. They're detaching. I'm gonna give them a second to float around in there.
So is there like, I can see, I'm under the impression that little yellow splotch of pollen.
Probably, I don't know what you're looking at.
That thing.
It's either pollen or bee poop.
Oh.
Bee poop. Bee poop comes out liquidy and yellow to greenish.
So how do you know how do you test for the mites now that they're all dead?
Well, so we're just letting them fall off, we let them swish around, and then we're gonna drain out the liquid through the screen here. The bees obviously will get stuck in the jar, but the mites will fall through. So then in this cup we'll have just the alcohol and the mites, so we can count them. So we check in here to make sure that there's no mites in there from my last test. Give this another few seconds. Let all those mites dislodge from the bees. Some of them crawl into the abdomen underneath the exoskeleton. So the New York threshold right now is 3% infestation. So this is about 100 bees, and we know that by looking at the measurements of the cup. So we're hoping to see 3 or less mites. If we see 3 or more, it's an automatic treatment. We have to treat the hive as if it's infested. If we see a 0 to 2, we're doing good, but then we might still choose to treat anyway. So
Better be safe than sorry.
It depends. You know, sometimes you don't want to put the chemicals in for whatever reason. Aha! So
those little
1, 2, 3.
Ah, those
3
little
mites.
brown specks.
Yep, I know they're very. This is why we have to do this. You really can't see them when they're on the bee with the human eye, but we can see them like this. Come on, I want to get one out.
They don't eat their dead, right?
The bees?
Yeah.
No, they actually have a burial ritual. They carry their bees away.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes up to a mile from the hive, just for hygienic purposes, we think. Come on, I want to get one of these out so you can see it. No, I'm never going to get one out, huh? Oh, well, that's them. There we go. So if you can tell, they're actually red in color. And they're little tiny hard-shelled mites. They're in a spider family. They have 8 legs. And they'll hide inside the abdomen, or anywhere on the bee really, but sometimes they hide under the exoskeleton. They are feeding off the bees, so the bees become lethargic and weak. And they also transmit viruses and diseases. Bees are actually very hygienic. They don't have an immune system per se, but they clean each other constantly. They're always checking. For these guys to be in the hive, these guys are not hygienic, and these are transmitting diseases galore. So it's part of the reason why the bees will not survive the winter if they have a high mite count. But they have to have a low mite count all summer long, because if they had mites in the spring, then these bees probably have diseases from the mites. Even if I kill the mites today, the diseases are still there. So, and I'm not going around treating diseases with antibiotics. That's not really an option right now. So we just try to keep the mite level low to prevent the viruses from hitting in the first place. So 3, this is good. I mean, it's at the threshold where I'm definitely going to treat this hive again. but it's not like, you know, 10 mites where I'd be really concerned. This is at the threshold. So, unfortunately, you girls are sacrificed for the hive, but it is what it is.
I had seen this video, but it was a different type of, it was a different bug and a different type of parasite. It was, this guy had a praying mantis, and he put the praying mantis in like a little thing of water, and then this weird, like, several inch eel-like thing came out of it, and I was like, hey.
What, like one of those worm parasites?
Yeah. And I was like, well, I wasn't expecting that to come out of it. This thing was like longer than the dang praying mantis.
Yep, those things exist. I don't think the bees have them yet, but the bees have enough problem with this mite, so they don't need nothing else. All right, let's, if you want, we'll go look in hive number 2.
Cool.
So we'll look in hive number 2. So hive number 2, we did a mite treatment at the beginning of August, and I mean a mite test, and hive number 2 had 7 mites.
Oh no.
So we're actually doing a experimental treatment on this. It's a treatment that I've never done before. So we're doing it just in this one hive, and we're going to see how it works. Apparently I have to put padlocks on my cinder blocks now.
I don't know why anyone would ever try to fuck with this, because it's a good way to get hurt. Bad.
Listen to that pop again. Oh, it wasn't that loud. Alright, looks good. Oh, look at that little scorpion.
Oh wow.
See if I don't get a picture of that, definitely send me a screenshot of that later if you can. Oh, here we go. I got it. Hey, scorpion guy. So I gotta identify which one that is. I don't know, but there's actually there's one scorpion that's actually symbiotic to the bees. It's actually considered a good thing. So I don't know if that's that one, but
There's one that's good and one that's bad, I'm guessing?
No, there's one that's specifically symbiotic with the bees, which is actually positive for the bees.
Oh, good.
So it's a good thing to see them. I don't know what that is, though. I've never seen one before, so I gotta look it up. So I just want to get a good picture of it. Hey girls, did you guys eat all the mite treatment up? Let's see. Oh, a lot of beetles, a lot of beetles. The bees can't actually penetrate the shell of the beetle, so they prison them, but they don't die. So the bees are actually happy when they realize I'm killing them, because they can smell that they're dead, and bees like that. So, and these are the beetle traps I gave them, but you know, almost none. Not good. Oh, look at that one.
That one's really good.
That's filled. So the bees found this one. They're using it. They're not using that one so much, but we're gonna actually give them Swiffer sheets too. So we're gonna give them double traps today before we close up. So this is the honey box. There should only be honey in here. Just pull out one frame and take a look, 1 or 2 frames. But I can see that some of them are empty still, so they have room to expand. So I'm not concerned. Probably in a week or so I'll come and go through these 2 hives and take about 10 frames away for harvesting. We're gonna do the full harvest soon. Ooh. Look at that, that is beautiful.
That is beautiful.
It's one, that's ready to harvest. And you see how it's a light color honey? Mm-hmm. It's not the knotweed, it's something else. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful frame, girls. Good job on that one. You can see this one's empty. Skip that one.
always remember this story about a guy who was pretty allergic to bees, but he always wanted to be a beekeeper. And well, the one day one of the bees got like stuck in the suit. When he took it off, it stung him. He died.
Well, that's a great story. If someone's actually allergic like that, beekeeping's probably not the best idea for them,
that's the thing. Like, his family was like, please don't. It's like, but I love bees. It's my passion. I mean,
bees might love you too, but they also sting you by accident constantly. So I've already been stung 4 or 5 times today.
And they die when they sting you, though.
Most of the time, yeah.
I mean, like, do they bite? Like,
they can bite too, and sometimes they'll bite you first as a warning. The bites don't kill them; only the stinging kills them. All right.
Wow. Oh, that's the food.
That's the mite treatment. Yes. So they barely started eating it yet. But they also are building wax and comb in this space. So I'm actually going to remove that. I don't want them to do that. This has already been in here for almost 2 weeks. And this is propolis. This is the bee glue. Mm-hmm. So they're kind of like ignoring this and trying to get rid of it. So this is experimental treatment. Doesn't seem like the bees really took to it much. So I'm actually going to move it out, because I don't want them to fill this box up like that.
Then you can't
get the yellow jacket.
Oh, there he goes.
So I'm going to remove this honey. Do you want to taste it? Sure. You have to open your veil a little bit, though. Sorry, girls.
I thought there was one on my face, and then I realized it's just like what looks like either pollen or bee something or other.
Yellow jackets for you, more than the bees is. We can walk away for a second. So this honey here is all this dark red honey. So you can take this whole chunk right there, and we'll take this chunk. So this is the Japanese knotweed honey. What? Did you get stung? Let me see him. Let me see him.
Oh!
Stop moving, stop moving. Where is there a bee?
Ow! Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I just thought it was hot. I thought I touched something hot. Ah! Oh! Sorry. Well, now he's gonna die.
All right, here's a chunk of honey for you. Touch it right the hand. It's good for the wound.
Oh. Oh.
So you can chew this whole thing like gum and then just spit the wax out when you're done.
Ooh. I thought the metal thing was hot. I thought I touched something hot.
No.
That is amazing.
Yeah. It's a hand sting. When was the last time you were stung?
Years.
But you've been stung before, right?
Yeah.
All right, it's up to you. I'm not allowed to prescribe any medicine, but if you would like, I normally take one of these, one of each. If I get a face sting, if I get any other sting, I just let it go naturally. But these will prevent swelling if you want.
Okay.
So if you want to take one of each, you may.
You have like a napkin. Well, now I know what it's like to get stung. Well, I didn't. I didn't overreact. I mean, I kind of did, but not.
No, you didn't run and scream, so you're good. you didn't take the bees off more. This is the yellow jacket.
I was like, ooh.
I was like 90% of the stings I get are totally by accident like that. You know, it's not the bees actually being aggressive.
I spooked it.
Well, no, you crush it with your hands because we didn't see it there.
I touched it and all of a sudden it was like, what the hell? Luckily for me, I am not allergic. Be a real bad time to find out.
All right, so I'm giving them some of these Swiffer sheets. The beetles get stuck in these, but the bees don't. So when the beetles run through it, they actually get stuck.
No, there's a yellow jacket checking out my hand.
Yeah, just.
Well, just remain calm.
Yeah, you're doing good. All right, I took out the feeding shim. I took out the yellow jackets. I took out the my treatment, which I don't think really doing much. I'll test them tomorrow and see their numbers. But okay.
Surprisingly, I didn't curse up a storm when I got stung. I would have, any other day, I would have been like, God damn it, boop, 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 boop.
Forgot to bring my scissors with me, so there's a little weird pieces I'm making, but that's fine. All right, a lot of yellow jackets. Definitely robin season. Oh, come on. Okay, close this hive up. So I'm gonna get some more Swiffer sheets for these other hives. You can actually put the Swiffer sheets in the top lid too.
Ooh.
Because the bees, if they find it, will actually run the beetles up there, but they're more likely to find it down here. Scissors next time. All right, now we're gonna look at the hive that I'm merging. I just gotta clean this up a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Girls, I need you to drop down. Take a step back. You've been doing very good, but this is probably going to be the most.
This is going to be the one that they probably won't be.
Biggest chance that I'm getting angry. All right, so If anything, if they start getting loud or flying, just walk away, right? They're gonna come after me first, so. This side's actually upside down right now. No, not bad, not bad. Thought it was gonna be worse.
Uh-oh. They don't seem too aggravated.
No, they don't. They don't. Definitely a bigger chance of them. Because these girls are very confused right now.
They may be a little disgruntled, but they don't seem aggravated.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've been working with these girls almost every day for the last 2 weeks straight now. They have very good facial recognition.
Oh, wow.
The first day I was with them, I got stung probably 15, 20 times. And that was just the first day. Second day, since then, 0. So, even though I'm doing something very traumatic to them right now, they really don't seem to mind. So maybe they know I'm not here to harm them. You know?
Is there one still on my hand?
Great chance.
No, I thought there was one in my hand. I didn't know if it was still there.
Give them... Well, the bees that returned to that box within like a minute since I shook them out last. A minute. So we're actually going to leave their box over here, but in a spot where they won't use it as a hive. Cover. I'm going to give them a slightly better entrance way. Like that one. Look at this. This was the feeding shim. So the feeding shim had its own entranceway on it, but they actually didn't like it, so they completely filled it with propolis. So this is the bee glue. So if I want to use this, I gotta.
One of those little bad beetles is there.
Not anymore.
Haha, bitch.
I'm gonna leave the propolis in there because they'll reuse that, and I'm not harvesting it right now. I do harvest it sometimes, but I don't need to right now. So
beeswax, right?
No, propolis.
Propolis is different from beeswax?
Yes, totally different.
Interesting.
All right, so I'm just giving them. I'm putting this on just to give them 2 entranceways. I don't like this lid. I don't like this lid. Okay, that's better.
I'm gonna step back.
Okay, so now they have a top entrance, which is good. And this is actually gonna stay over here open. This smells like their own hive and looks like their old hive. So when they're over here looking for the hive, they'll find this. They can normally find things within more than 3 feet, less than 3 miles. So this is going to be tricky, but we're going to see if they find it. It's a little further than 3 feet, but we'll see if they can find it. I think they'll be good. I think they'll be good. This I have to get rid of right now because of the feeding frenzy with the yellow jackets. If I left this exposed, it would attract every yellow jacket in the neighborhood, which I don't want to do. So
yeah, because you don't need them trying to break in.
Okay, so that's it. That's gonna stay like that then.
I mean, the craziest thing I ever had happen with a bee, I lucked out I didn't get stung, was, I don't know if I don't think they do it anymore, but this is when McDonald's used to give kids, like, that free little ice cream cone.
Okay.
And we were at this playground, that's on the, when you go down Highland Boulevard, there's this, there's a junior high that's on the left-hand side, and it's got a playground on the one side of this junior high. Well, we were kids, and we had the little ice cream from McDonald's, and I was eating it, and that moment I had licked it, and there was ice cream on my tongue, this bee proceeded to land on that ice cream on my tongue to try to just like eat it. And without missing a beat, my mom somehow was able to, like in one real swift motion, my mom was able to get my shirt off and swat the bee in one simple motion, and I didn't get stung. That was close, but...
Okay, so...
Oh, it looks like it's falling apart.
Yeah, it is. It's why I took this out. I didn't want this in the hive. Trying to figure out where I could do a feeding frenzy safely. If I shake the bees off, the whole thing's going to collapse. It's not strong enough. So this is fresh pollen coming in from the bees. You want to try a little bit. It's very bitter. Alright, girls, this all has to go away.
I don't know if they still have it, but High Rock Park, where they had like the educational classes, they had a couple beehives out front, and I don't remember if I was on a class trip or my mom was taking the daycare to High Rock Park, but I started wandering into that beehive area, not knowing there was bees in there, but I noticed there were bees in there because I had seen this nature documentary about killer bees. And they said, oh, if you walk into a beehive, they're going to start bumping up against you to tell you...
They'll headbutt you first.
They'll headbutt you to let you know, hey, this is our territory, you know, watch out. And I heard them, I saw them going in and out of the hive, and I felt them like headbutting me on the arm, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to turn around and not go any further.
That was good. You just listened to them, and that was it.
Bees, I feel at times can be a real big definition of F around and find out.
Do me a favor, grab the smoker.
Sure.
Just grab it by the wooden part.
Yeah, because I'm under the impression if you touch the metal part, it's probably very hot.
Yes.
Now, is this a hive?
No, I'll show you what it is. It's a teaching hive. It's just photographs.
Ah.
It's so anyone could open it up at any time. You know, that's why it's outside the roped area.
Well, I was under the impression it wasn't really a hive because I didn't see anything coming in and out of it.
Yeah, there's not even an entranceway because I don't want the bees to find that at all.
So they're just going to rob this of honey? I was saying that they're just gonna rob that of honey.
Yeah, they're probably already stealing that out.
Because the one time I was here, you were doing something similar, and you were like, oh yeah, you can just go up to them. They're just robbing it of honey. They don't care.
Yeah, they're not. So that's not a hive to them anymore.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to defend that.
Yeah.
They're just scavengers. They're sneaking in, leaving it. Yeah. So this hive's always here. Anyone can always come up and take a look at it, and it just has these really nice photographs with different information. You can go through it.
Neat.
So royal jelly is the food they actually produce out of a gland in their head.
Wow.
It's the only thing the queen eats, but all bees eat it for the first like 3 to 5 days of their life.
Cool.
Very high in nutrition.
You know, it's interesting is that I had seen this footage of this type of bee from Australia that they make the weirdest hive I've ever seen. Like, if you want to talk about like horror movie stuff, it's this one bee in Australia, and it has these really weird hives that look like the flood from Halo. I don't remember what it's called though.
So if we saw a queen, that's a picture of a queen.
Uh-huh.
So she's almost twice as long as the rest of the bees. And mine are painted red, this one we painted yellow. We normally paint them just so they're easier to see and track them. In case they do leave, we can identify them. Yeah, so this is always here for people just to go through.
Strange beehives from Australia. Sugar bag bees.
Sugar bag bees?
I see. That might be it.
I don't know.
Yeah. I have to find. Oh wait. There it is. Native stingless bees.
Oh, they make the bees inside the honey boxes? Yeah, we don't have them in North America. Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
They have those down in Australia, down in South Asia.
These are the Australian ones.
Yeah.
I've never seen a hive that weird before.
Yeah, we don't have them anywhere in America. I don't think neither America has them.
I don't know what they call that type of hive, but it is very strange.
They have there's like 30 different species of honeybees. We only have one in North.
Wow.
So there's only one here. It's that one.
Are they
worldwide? Is about 30 different species.
What about the? Isn't there like a type of bee that's blue in the United States?
Yeah, but they're not honeybees. They don't produce honey.
They don't produce honey.
Yeah, the only bee we have in the United States that produces honey is that European honeybee right there.
That we brought over.
That we brought over during colonial times, yep. There was a native species, but it died out millions of years ago. We have fossil record of it from like...
Wow, millions of years ago.
Maybe thousands, I don't know, but...
I was about to say, it's like, wait, what? We bumped off a bee population?
Well, long before colonialization. It was thousands of years ago, whenever it was. I looked at the date, but...
So we're good?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to do the rest of them, but... More crackheads thinking...